Hello and welcome to Pisgah Health Today. My name is Angela Owen. It is my privilege to host this program brought to you by the Pisgah Health Foundation. The Pisgah Health Foundation is a public 501c3 charity founded in 2019 by a board of 7 caring individuals committed to improving the health, wellness, and lives of Western North Carolina residents. Our special guest today is Kaylin Lawson. Welcome to the program today, Kaylin.
Thank you so much, Angela, and thank you for having us.
Of course. Kaylin serves as the Manager of Donor Services at the Brevard Music Center. She has a great interest and background in community partnering, and before this role, she actually served in Transylvania County Planning and Community Development, and she serves in a major focus right now on major grant writing. So we are so excited just to learn from you and get to know, and tell us a little bit, first of all, about the Brevard Music Center. And I know this has been an extraordinary year, but it's also an extraordinary place. So what would you like for our viewers to know about the Music Center?
Well, it has certainly been an extraordinary year, and it's given us some extraordinary opportunities at the Music Center. So for those who don't know, the Brevard Music Center is an institute and festival. We educate nearly 500 students every year, high school and college students, in classical music, classical guitar, opera, and jazz. Our artistic director at the Music Center is Keith Lockhart of the Boston Pops, and he is also an alumni of Brevard Music Center. A lot of people will know Brevard Music Center is the home of the Bella Flex Banjo Camp and home of the Mountain Song Music Festival. Brevard Music Center has been around for 80 years, and we're an integral part of Brevard. We have a nice footprint, over 100 acres off Probart Street in Brevard. We have quite a number of structures to upkeep. Most of them are outdoor structures, and many people have visited our Whittington Full Auditorium. Seats over 1,400 people for outdoor classical music concerts.
It's a pretty amazing campus. I believe also in that same auditorium, our 2 local large high schools, Brevard High and Rosman High, typically have their graduations using the facilities out there. So there's a lot of community purpose that Brevard Music Center brings, in addition to some great music along the way.
The students graduate there. We serve the community in so many different ways because of our campus and the resources that we have to share. Last year, or I guess in 2019, in one way or another, we touched over 50 nonprofits, whether it was them utilizing our campus. The city of Brevard practices loading and unloading water from their fire trucks there, graduations, of course, and there are just a number of different ways we can serve the community with the resources.
I love all the stories of collaboration and connection.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little about, there's a grant that you guys received from Pisgah Health Foundation. How is that going to, in particular, help you to serve Western North Carolina and its residents?
Well, the Pisgah Health Foundation grant was really helpful to us, and we'd like to throw a shout out to the leadership of Pisgah Health Foundation and Lex Green, his amazing staff. It's a fantastic board of really community-minded people that really are going to be able to make a real difference here in our county and our region. Our original Pisgah Health Foundation grant was really twofold. One, we wanted to expand music programming for people that didn't have as much access, whether it's people in assisted living facilities or some of our students in the area. So we just really wanted to be able to expand our programming. And we do a lot of free community concerts. We wanted to expand being able to do those. That didn't work out in this year of COVID. So what we did was we pivoted to what we call BMC Online, and it provided a lot of free music programming. It had interesting stories from around the web that were music related. We held master classes that patrons and people could sit in on to watch our students learn. So that was really how we pivoted, expanding our free music programming. Um, the other part of our Pisgah Health Foundation goal was to help with social isolation, encourage healthy living. We have actually at New Music Center, we have a core of over 200 volunteers, mostly all seniors. So we wanted to make sure that they were connected. We did a learning program with them, the free learning program for music and music context. One of the first things we did at the beginning of COVID was the Music Center made over 1,500 phone calls to, it was a real undertaking. The very first thing that our president, Mark Weinstein, wanted to do, I think it was the second day after the pandemic started, when it was really starting to hit home to all of us, and everyone was, locking down. He wanted us to reach out and talk to our community and talk to our BMC family and local residents. So everyone at the Music Center made phone calls, and we ended up making over 1,500 of them just to say hello, hi, how are you? Do you need anything? And just make them feel connected. And it was a great thing to do. And a lot of people really showed appreciation for that. And a lot of them will call back just to have someone to talk to. So that was a great part of what we did. Another thing we did, we partnered with Blue Ridge Public Radio to expand music programming there to reach people that are, not able to leave their homes and go to live music. We've partnered a little bit with Blue Zones Project. We'd like to expand that in the future. Right now we have one of their walking moais on our campus, so they are making our campus available to them. And some of the other bigger things that we did, that because we saw an opportunity in COVID, we can't be doing our normal concerts that people depend on so much in the summer. So one of the first things that Mark Weinstein and Platt Architecture Group came up with this idea to do drive-in movies. And I hope that you got to come to one. They were just fantastic. So we had safe drive-in movies, up to 80 cars. It was very reasonably priced. We kept the price at $15 per car load. Co-ed cinema provided popcorn. And most importantly, we got to partner with some of our community partners. So we had we had a partnership at each movie where the community partner, a nonprofit, came and helped give out the popcorn and candy from Mingles. And they were able to put their literature in the goodie bag that we gave out and welcome them to the movies and ask for their support. And each of the nonprofits was given a 2 or 3 minute introduction of themselves and what purpose they serve in our community. And, so that was really fun. So we partnered with Rise and Shine, Meals on Wheels, Bread of Life, The Haven, Sharing House, Veterans History Museum for the 4th of July. So it was great, to be able to do it for the community and also give that exposure for our other nonprofit partners.
That's incredible. Congratulations on having both that very public view from the standpoint of the public knows about these drive-in movies and gets to see all of those nonprofits. But then also when you talked about reaching out and making those phone calls, over 1,500 phone calls, that really says something about the mission of Brevard Music Center that goes beyond just what we might typically think about relative to a beautiful location that does music and puts on performances so incredibly well, touching on one of those social determinants of health and drawing in the community and recognizing social isolation is no fun and no good for anyone. So thank you guys so much for seeing not just the public, but also that private piece behind the scenes along the way. Keelan, what else would you like for our viewers to know, or how might they get involved? How might they come alongside and support you and the other amazing leaders that are there at Brevard Music Center?
That's a big question. So I think I'm not sure everyone really knows the economic impact that the Brevard Music Center has. In 2015, there was a study done, and it showed that Brevard Music Center impacted the city of Brevard with $14.9 million in added revenue.
Incredible.
18% of the tourism in Transylvania County can be attributed to the Music Center, according to that study. So we know we're an important part to the businesses in Brevard, but we know we're an important part, or can be a really important part, in the community partnering and relationships. We know we're a special place. You know, we get to listen to world-class music in Little Brevard. So, you know, that's just such an opportunity for everyone. I want to make sure everyone knows that there's an opportunity, especially in our regular season, you know, to come to the Music Center, listen to something you haven't listened to before and enjoy it. Many of the tickets are very low cost and some can be free. So we'd like them to know that. We also, a couple of the other little things we're doing, thanks to partnering with Pisgah Health Foundation, is we're doing the drive-through COVID testing.
Yes.
So that's important to know. Anyone who wants a test can get a test. You don't have to have insurance. You can have insurance, Medicare, Medicaid. Anyone can have a test. So that's great to know. We did all the testing for Brevard College and their faculty. We're also letting the Brevard College utilize our campus so that they could spread their students out some more. So some students are housed there, and we've done all the testing for their students. So we're out there in the community. There's other nonprofit partners we've added this year. So it's important to us that we are a part of this community because we're so grateful to be in this community. And a tidbit of fun that's coming up is next year we're actually going to have a new building complete.
Yes.
Called the Parker Concert Hall. And it is our first indoor music facility. So it has air conditioning and heat. It's a year-round facility, seats 400. It has a fantastic retractable seating system. So the seats can actually disappear into the walls and it can be a community space.
Wow.
So we give a lot of community space throughout the year, throughout the summer, but we haven't been able to do that when it's cold. So now we have the new Parker Concert Hall that'll be open next spring. So that's exciting. We hope everyone will come see it, expand your horizons, and come listen to some music.
Congratulations. That's a huge accomplishment, and that space is going to be so beautiful and so well utilized. And congratulations on taking this incredibly extraordinary and challenging year and turning so many positive things and impacts into the community. We're really grateful, Kaylin, for you and for what Brevard Music Center brings into our community. And thank you for taking time to be here today with us on Pisgah Health Today.
Well, thank you so much, Angela. We're so pleased that you asked us to be here, and it gives us the opportunity to thank you, the Pisgah Health Foundation, and the Dogwood Trust. They're all making meaningful impacts here in Western North Carolina, and we're so grateful to be a part of it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And we want to also thank Wildflower Media for their continued creative and technical support in putting together these programs, along with the Board of Directors and the staff at Pisgah Health Foundation and the Physicians Roundtable. Amazing people doing so much to help improve the health, wellness, and lives of Western North Carolina residents. Until we see you on the next Pisgah Health Today, be well and stay well.